Following this triumph, the Maimonides family, hoping to increase their wealth, gave their savings to his brother, the youngest son David ben Maimon, a merchant. Maimonides directed his brother to procure goods only at the Sudanese port of Idhab. After a long arduous trip through the desert, however, David was unimpressed by the goods on offer there. Against his brother's wishes, David boarded a ship for India, since great wealth was to be found in the east. Before he could reach his destination, David drowned at sea sometime between 1169 and 1177. The death of his brother caused Maimonides to become sick with grief. In a letter discovered in the Cairo Geniza, he wrote, "The greatest misfortune that has befallen me during my entire life, worse than anything else, was the demise of the saint, may his memory be blessed, who drowned in the Indian Sea, carrying much money belonging to me, to him, and to others, and left me with a little daughter and a widow. On that day I received the terrible news. I fell ill and remained in bed for about a year, suffering from a sore boil, fever, and depression, and was almost given up. About 8 years have passed, but I am still mourning, and unable to accept consolation. And how should I console myself? He grew up on my knees, he was my brother, and he was my student." Around 1171, Maimonides was appointed the Nagid of the Egyptian Jewish community. Arabic Shlomo Dov Goitin believes the leadership he displayed during the ransoming of the Crusader captives led to this appointment. However, he was replaced by Sar Shalom ben Moses in 1173. Over the controversial course of Sar Shalom's appointment, during which Sar Shalom was accused of tax farming, Maimonides excommunicated and fought with him for several years until Maimonides was appointed Nagid in 1195. A work known as Megillat Zata was written by Abraham ben Hillel, who writes a scathing description of Sar Shalom, while praising Maimonides as the light of the East and West, and unique master and marvel of the generation. With the loss of the family funds tied up in David's business venture, Maimonides assumed the vocation of physician, for which he was to become famous. He had trained in medicine in both Spain and in Fez. Gaining widespread recognition, he was appointed court physician to Al-Qadi al-Fadil, the chief secretary to Sultan Saladin, and then to Saladin himself, after whose death he remained a physician to the Ayyubid dynasty.